Yo gang, what's going on? I'm the Blue Ranger and welcome back to Asemblance. Now, what I want to do here today is do a complete and total run through of the entire game. And I'm going to try to walk through it as best I can, explaining everything that happens to get to the white shift. Now, I know I did a run through of all 4 of the other endings, and I'm not going to show the actual endings for the other parts because I don't believe that they're in any way necessary. I mean, for the achievements, they're necessary, but to get the white shift, it's actually theorized that, my mouse isn't working. Okay, now it's working. Alright, my mouse is working.
Please activate the terminal in front of you and follow the
now, what I did for all of them is I answered great for every answer.
I'm going to be
I feel like as though that doesn't matter. I think that that's a red herring. I think chasing what the answers need to be is actually just a way to confuse you. He's not wrong. I have been at this for a while. So now, this is that really boring part in the beginning where you pretty much have to learn how to play the game, which is not a bad thing. It's important. I mean, at this point, I've done it 1,000 times, so it's pretty much one of the only points in the game where you can actually walk here, where she ends up sitting. You can zoom in on that blue butterfly, nothing happens. In fact, you're supposed to zoom in, but it doesn't matter what you zoom in on. It's a very beautiful game. There's no two ways about it. It's a good opportunity to stop and look at just how attractive the game is in terms of its graphics and I don't know, just the way everything works. So it's a very awesome game in that respect.
What happens next?
Now, I did just set up my stopwatch on my phone because that will be important in time. Okay, we did that. Now we can leave. Remember the blue butterfly. If
I'm glad you haven't completely lost your mind.
If you caught this, if this is your walkthrough, if this is the video you're choosing to watch as your walkthrough, that blue butterfly that's in here is what that's referencing. So, this game does get a little spoopy at times, but it's not a scary game. There's no jump scares. Well, essentially. The white shift can be somewhat jump scary, but like that's spoopy.
I'm waiting for
and that's all that happens. The loud noises, that's a little jump scary, I guess, but I wouldn't read it that way. Again, I'm not convinced that we found everything in this game yet. There might be more to discover. So,
activate the terminal in front of you and follow the instructions.
Once again, I hit great, which is answer A.
With you. There was no emergency.
There wasn't?
I was simply evaluating your ability to respond and react to
no way, really? Wow, you're a dick, man. Making me sit through the same speech again. Anything that gets cut out of this video, I want you to know right now, anything that gets cut out will be, anything at all that gets cut out of this video will not be important. There will be nothing that I have done that I cut out that will affect your ability to get white shift. This blip right here doesn't matter. It's just acknowledging that you hit this button, and it's blips after he says 5:15. That's a note. It's a way to pay attention to the time. So when you go back to the office, you look at the clock because this zoom is still the only thing. And again, your main objective is to get the picture to show back on the wall. That's what white shift is, if you're unfamiliar with what white shift is at this point. So this is a full walkthrough, but again, I'm not going to show all the other endings because that would take too much time flipping through all of the different shifts. And then we go back to the office. This is my first introduction to mouse and keyboard, by the way. Thankfully, I don't actually have to shoot anything. So now, you zoom in here, it cuts to 5:22. You activate this, and it actually speeds time up. So time's moving up. This screen actually blips something important for the white shift. On one of the screens, not the one that says the blue butterfly, which I believe blips from the time that right there, but right there, one of those screens actually blips up a Reddit post, and you have to go dig deeper into that Reddit post to find some information. Looking at the clock again. You'll notice that the blips happen in regards to the things that you're doing that need to be further investigated. So, there's that. We've done that. That's spoopy music, man. I tell you what. Okay, we go back to the terrace. So, you make it night. You come over here to get the flashlight. And then you would come down here. See, it's happening again. Like, my chest tightens up and my stomach contracts. Like, it doesn't make me feel nauseous, but it puts a frog in my throat for sure. Like, man, I get... Something about that makes me really uncomfortable. So now what you can do is you can take this into the office. No need to change time. It doesn't matter. You come around here, and there's this back office back here, and the only thing that's worth noting is this emergency AI shutdown, which, now that you have that little blip, you come down here with your flashlight. You need the flashlight to continue. We've tried different ways of skipping the flashlight and things like that. You need the flashlight to continue. So you come down here with the flashlight. If you don't have the flashlight, this area doesn't unlock. And you can't zoom in on the AI thing on the map without the flashlight. So there's a very set regimen in which they want you to go through things.
Please stop.
You can probably tell at this point why I lost my mind playing this game for 5 days straight. It's not a very welcoming environment to spend 5 days of your life. It was very difficult to continue. So go back to the terrace now. This is the spoopy part. This is the part that really gets me all, like, I don't know. There's just something about the way that this works. So you go to the night shift, or night phase. It's hard to... We had to come up with some terms in order to keep everyone's head straight. So this is the night phase. You walk through here. Nothing jumps at you. It's just really uncomfortable, and bang. That's the closest thing to a jump scare in the game, in my opinion. I still don't know what this means. This clock is actually backwards. It says, like, I can't remember what it says, but it's like sulfine or something, or sulfia, or Sophia, something like that. And so that's actually 1010, not 150. It's actually 1010. So now this kind of drawn out process here of walking. That's all you do, is you just walk through here. We've explored everything about this. There's nothing to say that there isn't something here, but as far as we can tell, there's nothing else here to be found. So, and we're back here. Now note the red light. Flashes red every single time.
Why aren't you helping?
You're gonna come back here, he's gonna run through his spiel.
The terminal in front of
Same
you.
thing.
Follow
I hit A for
instructions.
great.
In your ability
So,
to respond
this is where
to
things get a little
that
important
situation.
as far as I can tell to getting the white shift. You actually don't want to complete any of the endings before getting to white shift. Run the corrupted file when it comes up, when he shuts the fuck up. You run the corrupted file, and he'll say, you don't have to do this. So you just watch.
Must decide now.
Yep. And you just choose not to. It'll shut down. And then you can continue. Go back to the terrace. Stay in the day shift. Day phase. Messing up my own terms. Stay in the day phase. Come around here. And your lady's going to be on the floor. Hello, lady.
You always wanted to be right. Was it worth it?
I still don't know what this game's about. I haven't figured it out. Eventually, I hope to sit down and talk to Nilo Studios about it, get some more answers, if there are any. Maybe the game was just made to make you really uncomfortable. I don't know. Woodland Ridge now.
For some reason, you seem really strong.
And basically, you can walk straight into her, and that's an ending. So going through the corrupted file is the normal ending. Going straight into her, if you stand, it'll get really bright. I'll show you how bright it gets. You'll notice. If you continue walking into her, it'll go completely white and it'll flash. It'll take you back to that area that you saw out the door for the normal ending, and that's called the truth. Now, if you do this, boom, blue shift. This is the blue shift. And then there's a bunch of pictures that flash that show the woman, but in a very creepy form in the back room in the office. Still don't know what that has to do with anything. Now you go back to the Woodland Ridge. That blue butterfly is a massive point for this game. And what it does now from the blue shift, I always go this way because it's a little faster. Zoom in. It'll take you into the apartment. Waste no time. You cannot waste at all. You want to walk quickly, which is either shift or left or L1 on PS4. And you got to get into that door. Zoom in as you're walking, and boom, green shift. So this is where things get tougher, because this is where we figured things out. We found some timestamps that you've heard us refer to a number of times. So what you do, have your stopwatch ready. I'm using my phone. Go in, and when you start the terrace, pay attention to when it loads up. I'll tell you when I hit the button. So you hit E and start. I start mine just a hair early, and I kind of I'd rather be a touch early and make up for it later on in the video. So this is probably going to take me a few tries, but when I finally do hit it, I'll leave the entire playthrough up. But on your stopwatch now, and there's people who swear that they can use audio cues, there's people who use just the in-game clocks and count it themselves and everything, and good for them, but I have to use a stopwatch. I've only hit it a couple of times, and it's important. I didn't find any need to zoom in on anything. I mean, you can, but I haven't zoomed in on anything for my repeat attempts at the white shift, and I have been able to actively get it. But at 1 minute and 1 second on your time clock, we're at 45 seconds right now on my stopwatch here. At 1 minute and 1 second, you're going to open the drawer. So, going to take a second. I really hope I get it. I get really nervous every time I do this because of how many times I did it. It kind of brings me, and go. So, now without running, I don't know if that matters, but without running, you just walk down this hallway. Some people like kind of walk around and like look at stuff and mess around over here. But for the most part, I just come over here, turn around, and I look at the dot. And now, when my clock says 2:16, 2 minutes and 16 seconds total, or a minute and 15 seconds after the first thing. It depends on how you want to time it. I prefer to just use one timer for the whole thing and figure out the timestamps that way. Once you hit 2 minutes and 16 seconds, you zoom in on this hole in the wall. I've had a pretty hit or miss success rate on this. I've been able to recreate it only a couple of times so far. So there's some people who can hit it every single time. I've been struggling. Hopefully this works, because then I wouldn't have to do this over and over again. But we'll see. We're at 2 minutes right now. And just hold it for a second when you zoom in, too. Don't just pop in and pop out. Hold it for a second. Because sometimes it doesn't go right away, but usually it does. 14, 15... Boom, white shift. Oh, I nailed it. First try. That's amazing. So, and that made me jump. That gave me goosebumps. It always does. Sound is completely gone at this point. I'm going to show you exactly how to get the rest of this ending, and then we'll try the white shift again. So, you bounce out of here, and once you go through here, now I already have the achievement, so it's not going to pop up. I got it on a different computer, though, so you're probably like, wait, in the beginning, the menu wasn't white, and that's true. So what you do now is you run the corrupted file. And this is how you get the achievement or the trophy. But that's not the final ending of the game. The final ending of the game takes place by doing something that I think Bumbleworth found first. I haven't heard anything about anyone else finding it before him, but this door opens. It should, once the door opens. Okay, so the video cut right there. All I did was turn the audio up in the game. So this is going to be a little loud for a second, but then I want you to be able to hear what happens afterwards. What Bumbleworth discovered, and we tried this with other shifts, which is why none of us thought to think of it, or thought to try it before, is he figured out that with this one, you can walk around it. And once he did that, it's pretty startling. So there's people trying to get you out.
Hold on, we don't have a battery ram. What do we have?
It's kind of rambling.
Stand back. Make this sledgehammer. Hold on, wait. That's not a sledgehammer. Hold on.
They're basically talking about what they have to get you out of there.
Stand back. Stand back. Let's go, guys. 1, 2, 3.
They're trying to bust it down with a sledgehammer now, which seems silly to me because the whole place looks like a bunker.
Did that work? No. Try it again. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Oh, crap! It broke. Good. Let us know you're okay. Hello. Give me the paper. Give me the floater's paper. Give me the floater's paper. Hurry. I have to read this to you, excuse me. Number 1, it says, do not turn on the machine. Number 2, it says, if you turn on the machine, do not turn off the machine. And number 3, let it be known that this will be included in your performance assessment and you will be managed out of the Asemblance project. And number 4 says, just repeat number 1. Say something!
I don't know why we're not responding.
I think you're walking away. No, you gotta come to the sound of my voice. Come to the sound of my voice, please. Are you in there? Are you in there? Great, come back. Don't you dare, don't run away, please. That you? That you? That you? That her?
And that's it. That's how you apparently escape the bunker. At least we think. There might be more to it, but I'm not sure. There is something that I wanted to show you after this. But basically what they say is, bullet number 1, do not turn the machine on. Bullet number 2, if you turn the machine on, do not turn the machine off. And bullet number 3, that this will affect your review from the Asemblance project and you'll be led out of the Asemblance project. I don't know if that means you're going to be fired or removed from the company, or if you were some sort of a volunteer or something like that, but it does give us some lead into what we have. Hey guys, I'm actually going to end this video here. I want to explore a little bit deeper into the white shift because we were able to find a little bit of I don't know if it's a glitch or something else, but I do want to explore a little bit deeper into the white shift in another video. So I'm going to end this one here. Thank you guys so much for coming by, checking this video out. That is how you get to the white shift. If you have any questions, please post it in the comments below. Get a hold of me at twitch.tv/I'mTheBlueRanger. You can also tweet at me at I'mTheBlueRanger, and I will try to help you out the best that I can. So guys, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you guys in the next video.